4010. The axle housings are a little thicker. I guess that's how one way to tell a 40 early from a late 4010 is this thickness. Single hydraulics, 15.5 tires. The guy I traded it to, the one I got the 4020 from, he part of the deal we made, he gets to keep that John Deere wide front with the 10/116s, which really looks good on there, but oh well. This is a wide front too, I'm told, because it don't have this. This is actually longer. The part inside goes in further. The nose cone's a little monkeyed up on it. It doesn't run quite right, and the brake valve is stuck. You cannot move that pedal. This one moves, but so that needs some work. I got a kit coming for that. It doesn't have battery boxes. Missing part of the seat. No lights. I mean, it's not perfect either, but like you said, it isn't running quite right, so I'm going to change the fuel filters, fill it up with fuel, and change oil too. Dump some stuff in the tank and see if we can get it to run a little bit better. If not, this one probably needs an injector pump overhaul too. So we'll and then we got to switch these front ends too. So we'll bring you along. Well, I can't find my tripod. I don't know where it went. Wrench here. I'll go through more of them freaking tripods. Wrench. See that? That's been in there a while. Yeah, you see down in there. It's pretty nasty. This is, I think, an estate sale, or estate. This is where this came from. It sat in the shed for years and pulled it out. In the auction video, it was running pretty poorly. So it was idling halfway decent, but when you open it up, it spits and pops. And hopefully it's going to get over it without another $900 injector pump, which I'm hearing that $900 is pretty reasonable compared to what some people have to pay. Screw these plugs up beyond all recognition. There's no chance of getting a wrench on them. Doesn't seem like much is happening though. Wow. What the heck? That is like water. I don't know what the deal is. If that's water, if that's... I can't smell fuel. Big chunk in there. Wow. Try to flush that out. Okay, you know, I noticed when we were running this thing, I started it before I made the deal, and I drove it around a little bit, and somebody put these gauges on here, and that oil pressure gauge didn't even wiggle. We cracked the line loose, and oil came, or something came, that stuff. So, being that the drain plug was blocked, I wonder if it's plugged up around the sump. So what we're going to do here, I sat and thought about it a little bit. I think we're going to pull, I dumped a couple gallons of diesel fuel in there and let it sit for a little bit here. I was thinking about leaving it sit a few days, but you're never going to get it all. So we're going to pull or drain that back out. I think we're going to pull the pan off. Try to clean that sludge out. That's fuel earlier. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't know if I trust it. I can still feel sludge in there, so it's not that big a deal. We'll pull the pan off. I'm going to pull this one nut off here. And then this whole thing should come off. Before you pull the pan out, because otherwise, oh shoot, we don't have to pull the pan. We'll just spray some brake clean in there. Real quick, I mean, this is an oil filter that come out of the thing. It's been in there a while. Changing the hose. Okay, we'll find out. Well, it's off, for better or worse. Well, I better get my narrow front ready to go. I think we're gonna put it on hold for tonight, though. Bring it back. Yeah, I wish I had my tripod. You guys can't see what I'm doing. 9 5/15s on here. Came on this front end, but this front end's off a 30/20. So I got a hold of some 10/116s, used ones. And we're going to put them on this power shift, and then the 4010 is going to get the 9.5s on that narrow front if they'll fit. I'm hoping they will. My uncle had one set up that way, so that's the inside or the outside. I got to repaint the outside, but that's okay. We're just gonna throw it on. See what she looks like. Yeah, it looks a lot better, don't it? It's going uphill a little bit because of the 34s. I think typically the 10/100s were on 38s, but that'll work. Well, I got it started underneath there. Wow, that was a job. I got it just started down on this pin up in there. There's a little peg that sticks down. Rolled underneath one side on a jack. I figured I could get at the bolts easier that way. Should have had the tripod and had this set up, but we'll just keep going, see if we can get some bolts started here. Well, the struggle continues. And now it's raining. I got it jacked up in the yard here. Bit worried about it sinking in and tipping over, so I better get something under here. I don't know, this is a new generation style roll-o-matic. It's these 4 bolts here, so you tell. Plus they're at this casting over here, and it shows us, I think there was 2 new generation style. This is the heavier one of the 2, I think. You gotta be careful not to strip them out. I've learned that.
Two hours later.
I got a bolt started. All freaking time. Take this wheel. you also have trouble keeping track of their batteries. Broke it off. Well, for crying out loud. Parts book shows a nut here. This is the same thickness as a wide front adapter. See? Of course, there's some concern about using too long of bolts and it'll smash that ring inside that steering motor. These are the same bolts that came out of it. And my dog thinks I'm talking to him. Don't you, Jack? So hopefully we aren't going to have trouble. There's a bonus, we didn't break that bolt. And pick up this other one. Well, there it's on there. Don't have to worry about it sinking into the mud. Once I get my fuel filter O-rings that I caught in that oil filter housing ring, and we'll get her put back together. So, see that. Well, I pumped on that thing for half an hour and I cannot get it to freaking prime up. It just barely squirts. It's got fuel going to it. Crankcase is full of that crap, so fuel light. I know it's brand new, but I think, or close to new, but we're going to put an old school one that I had off that other motor on here. Of course, if that's only if I can keep from losing all the hardware. Things are situated a little different, but maybe we can make it work. Maybe we can't. I'm going to switch the line over, see how this one sits like this. It sits like that. I'm assuming the outlet's here, so that would be here. But we'll try it. We'll bring it back here. Okay, fuel pump switched, primed up, full of oil here. I gave her a little bit of it's about 5 o'clock here. It's getting too dark, but I picked another load tonight. It's like 1 degree Fahrenheit. I got the tractor started, just a little bit of ether, but it takes a while for it to pick up on more than 2 or 3 cylinders. I don't know if it's bad fuel or what. It was running pretty good when I come back here, but it's still got a mist to it, so we're going to check some injectors here at some point. But the stalks are so brittle that, you know, a foot of stalk goes in the wagon with every cob. It's really too cold to be picking, but we got another couple loads. It's supposed to be around 20 tomorrow. That should go better, but we'll keep you updated anyway. So yeah, the Amish guy bought this field and just kind of helping them out. Well, they've been hand picking, and it's real hard to tell which row they're on. There's a cob, so you got to start right here. That means this time we're going to run over 3 rows. So 4010's running while it's running. I think it's the number 3 injector isn't quite right, but let's see if we can do something about that another day. days after it snowed. I haven't touched it, but I just put the blade on. Nothing like being prepared. I guess we'll try that. And there you go. Well, it didn't take long to lose that drop in. Somewhere along the driveway. This video here on this thing. I was using it, it was working all right. I just kind of pulled it in here. We're going to do a few, make it more better, to quote the famous Ross the Oliver man. We got brake valve issues, injector, that seat. I'll bring you guys along as I fix some of that stuff. Oh yeah, we got to put some lights on it, tighten up the front wheel bearings, stuff like that, make it a little more usable and have it ready for spring. So I sure appreciate you guys watching. Hit the like and subscribe if you would, and thanks for stopping in.